Episode 3 of Season 2. Let's get right into it. Okay. Sierra Deep Radar Station Deimos. Okay.
17 people in the station were killed instantly.
17 people.
Massive explosion.
Expecting a fellow Martian. He's got as
Martian.
much dust in his blood as the rest of us.
Dust in his blood.
Marines, who do...
And people were people. So I made that comment about how your family owns all the terraforming stuff. So maybe there's a parallel between her and Julie, right? If they're so rich, if they own all that stuff, maybe they don't want their kid to go off into the Navy or the Army or whatever, MCRN. And people are like, nah, son. That's not how the Martians do it. Martians are like Sparta up in this bitch.
Train at 1G Earth gravity. Fly at the speed of war.
They're like Super Saiyans. They take the weighted bracelets off. How's she holding up? She's still flying though. Hold together, baby. Hold together.
Here. Hey! I don't want him anywhere near the prisoners!
I didn't skip an episode, right? Okay, so then they're doing this so they can denounce. Okay, all right. Okay, fair enough.
Here's how.
I like him.
Shit right now. We don't want you around either.
Oh, all right. Good talk. Bye. And they just told him to keep his stuff there.
In the head.
An unarmed mass murderer.
True.
Can't understand. Who casually murdered countless belters.
Oh, and that's maybe that's too meta, but I just really liked it. There's a comment about how, hey, when Fred saw that Black Sky guy turn around, I think it was Black Sky, Black Tusk, Black Sky. He turned around, he had the gun, and I like casually did that. I didn't really think anything of it when he turned back around. In my head, it was like, okay, I guess he can't get the gun anymore. And then he, John Wicked him and then threw him out the airlock. But the guy in the comment was saying like, oh, that's the Belter way to do it. He could have shot him in the back, but he chose to throw him out the airlock because that's how Belters deal with stuff. And I just really liked that. I thought that made a lot of sense because it showed clearly he could have grabbed the gun. It establishes the gun and then back to Fred, and he even looks down and then looks back up as if he could have grabbed it at any moment. He already knew he was going to deal with the guy. It's not like the guy turned around and then tried to throw a punch and then Fred responded to it. As soon as he turned around, Fred, basically jumped on him. So I like that interpretation of it. And then the more meta thing reminded me of it when Naomi was talking about casually killing Belters, was that Fred and Holden are both from Earth as well as the viewer, right? And so when I was watching the scene, I was kind of agreeing with Holden and Johnson. I'm like, this dude's kind of making a lot of sense, boys. I don't know, maybe we should hear him out. But the Belter is the one who actually had to deal with all the loss of other Belters. The Belter is the one who was treated as sort of less than human, as just kind of an experiment to let this thing grow and evolve, potentially learn from it. And the way Naomi said, like, the tension there, I think, maybe it's meta and it's not actually happening, but I thought it was really cool. There's 3, I don't know where Dresden's from, but there's 3 Earthers in the room. You, Holden, and Johnson. And at least for me, I was listening to the scientists. I'm like, well, the Genghis Khan thing kind of makes sense. But the 2 Belters here are like, what are you even talking about? This guy murdered everybody. Like, no, we're not going to make a deal with him. We're not going to talk with this guy. So I thought that was really cool. Oh, God. Hey. What's up, Star Healer? I like that he has his own squad here.
Hey.
You're tapped out.
What? But
That's my tip.
what?
Time to go home.
Like you.
You wouldn't know what to do.
You're gonna need that sap for your heart after Diogo.
Just leave me alone. Just let me wallow. Just let me wallow.
You wanna bust now?
Yeah, well, not the Rossi.
Can you chill? That's my ship.
I'm actually impressed you didn't reach out.
Talking about Deimos?
Deimos, I mean.
They think I'm dead.
He's rubbing his wedding ring there.
Down on the Donager.
Some rock.
I could see that. I could see being conflicted like that. First of all, when he was talking about his wife and kid, like with the photo, and he was kind of talking about how he's never felt so alive flying the Rocinante earlier. It kind of showed that for him, it's like who's that guy in Hurt Locker, right? That's the one thing that makes him feel alive. He has a family, he has children, but like it doesn't mean what it means to other people. For him, his life is defusing bombs. And for the character Alex, his life is piloting ships in space, like flying around. And I can see how that, coupled with having his family maybe think about him in a good light and moving on, would be a big source of conflict. I'm trying to think, like, how would I respond to that if I was estranged from my family because of something like that, and I had the chance for them to think of me in a positive light and move on with their life when I was already conflicted and already knew my life is out here in space. I could see that. I could see that conflict. I could see that conflict there. He still cares about him clearly, but, you know, yeah.
You look like you could blow off
Passion,
some steam. Oh?
She pointed to the tattoo, I guess.
Yeah.
He was in the data.
That's the scientist, allora.
Interrogate him.
Okay. Not sure what he's.
Know more about the proto-molecule than anyone else.
Not sure what he's doing there. But it is. That is interesting that everybody's moving away from him. He's the one scientist, and everybody else is the security and low-level people. And everybody's like, nah, nah, man, you chill on that side. Oh, 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 oh.
Get in there.
Amos doesn't have a problem with that.
Conversation.
Amos doesn't have a problem with that.
I earned my iron, Hilly. Your family just bought your way into the Corps.
That's enough.
Woo!
Settle down.
Oh, oh, oh. Okay, yeah, you don't, don't. You can't mess with her.
Have a sinecure.
I like this interrogation style.
Keep up. You don't have to answer.
I love the framing of this. I love the framing of Amos standing above him with his face blurred out. I just really like this.
More. He made me what I am today.
What? That's okay. That's really interesting.
Him from the beginning.
You're gonna try to save the
Right. None agrees. 3G
save that one
PDCs.
thing he lost. Wall ball.
Come on. We should hydrate. With some beers.
Oh, fine. Fucking Diogo. What? I thought he meant we're making the music in remembrance of Eros. Is like, yeah, this is coming from Eros. As like, this is the epicenter of the emotion that's driving the music. But there. Okay, DJ Tiesto is posted up on Eros, I guess. What are we beltalodoing it? We're getting mohawks for the squad.
Go back 1 minute.
I like this. I like this. I don't know what the hell that scientist is doing. I like this little montage. What the f... is this? Arrows. I hear like a pulsing scream and then there's a ship flying there, right?
The neurons in his right temporal parietal junction have been impeded.
Right, the temporal parietal.
He wasn't born this way. He was altered. Probably transcranial magnetic
Tempoparietal.
stimulation.
At the right side of my head, and suddenly I can watch 100,000 people die in agony and not give a shit.
I've checked the other prisoners. It's been done to all of them.
Oh, okay.
Is condition reversible?
I'm afraid not.
Can you
How do you reach
use
a
the
guy
opposite
like that?
polarity or whatever?
Did you ask Private Trevor, sir?
Don't give me that gun.
Are we gonna just keep eating shit?
I
from
punched
them? Or
him.
we're gonna take them out and then.
Martian Republic, are we clear, guy?
Dude, if that dude dies, if Captain Picard, bald dude, if he dies, this chick is just gonna pop off. If that dude isn't there to control her, if she gets control, I think it's over. If something happens to that dude, I think some bad things are gonna happen. Okay, I thought she blew up her own transport to get the ball rolling, but it looks like Black Sky tried to put a hit out on her. I mean, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I mean, it looks like it could be DNA, but we don't. It could be proto-molecule DNA for all I know. I have no idea. Ours doesn't really look like that. I mean, the rungs, yeah, but I don't know what this guy's doing. Is this guy doing some Goodwill Hunting type stuff? I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Oh, right.
The barnacles? An expression of pattern matching systems. Lattices that mimic beta sheets and expand on like a seed crystal that requires and provides a massive amount of energy.
What the fuck is he talking
The
about?
lights in the screen.
Don't go. An expression of pattern. Not dead. Lattices that mimic beta sheets and expand on them. But
Secondary structure in proteins, beta-stranded connected laterally from through hydrogen bonds. Generally twisted pleated sheet. Okay, I'm hearing what he's saying, but I'm not smart enough to really understand. But it looks like, I mean, on like a scientific level, I'm not following it, but I think I understand. She's getting taken over by the proto-molecule, and the proto-molecule needs energy, and it's like taking over her body from the inside out, right? Like how that Adam Jensen guy just got taken over, and he basically became one with the thing. I get that, but the scientific stuff that he was just saying, it's a little over my head. So then that's presumably what he's doing on the window there, drawing out those sheets.
Not for you. We didn't control the station.
And it's kind of cool. He says it's a tree of life, and on arrows, it looked like it was growing roots and growing up. And when it grabbed the spy, it looked like branches reaching out and grabbing him.
What did it do?
Took over the reactor.
Killed everyone aboard. Obviously.
Duh. I mean, but
then
what did it do?
And be specific. Is there anything more that I could see? We nuked the ship and everything. All right.
Dang it! I really like this.
And at the center?
I'm about to say I really like the way this dude breathes, but that's actually what I'm gonna say. I like the way that he responds when he says Earth. He's very proud of it. I like the way that dude breathed. I don't know.
Piece of Earth, curved back on itself.
Like, yeah, with the blinks.
Oh, eat it.
I noticed it. It's
Earth,
weird.
but it
That's
kinda
weird.
looks like
That's
a
weird
big,
to say. Okay.
Huge metal.
I don't really know what Miller's getting at. I don't really buy that he's rejecting his belterness, especially after he just shaved his head, to become a Mormon. But I don't know what I don't exactly know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Miller's doing right now. Is this thing communicating?
The universe just kissed. Give it to me.
I'm gonna blow my eardrums out with this.
The universe just kissed me.
Okay, I have no idea what it's saying, but it's saying something.
Talking, counting down.
David, you'd all be dead if it wasn't for my David. Countdown to what? Checkmate. What? I thought... What the hell am I looking at? What the hell am I looking at? So the only two stealth ships that I know of are the Anubis, which is gone, the 6 or so that attacked the Donager, and several of those got destroyed. The one that was protecting the spin station. And this one's not moving, right? That's a still image. How would Fred know where that was? There's a stealth ship just floating in space. Okay.
God damn it!
Still practicing?
Next time I'm gonna save them all. Run it again. Right from the top. You hurt yourself.
I like that. I like that dude. I like that dude. Even though presumably they want to kill all the Earthers, I like I like these people. Hey Fred, I got it. Just let me finish.
I take it this means you know where you want to go?
Nauvoo.
What?
Real bad.
With the Nauvoo? Dirty. Stunt Naomi. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Right. I'm trying to process everything that happened. This is like, okay, wow. Okay, a lot happened here. A lot happened, a lot changed. Let's say that. That's the best way to describe it. A lot changed in this episode. All of a sudden things just got a lot deeper, right? The proto-molecule is its own unique thing we learned a lot more about. Okay. I like that they gave each of the characters a little bit of growth and development. I like that Alex's character evolved, Holden's character evolved, Naomi, Amos, Miller, all of the players on the crew got their own little touch points to grow. I don't know how Fred Johnson knew where the stealth ship is. Okay, I got my words all mixed up there. I'm not sure how Fred Johnson knows exactly where that stealth ship is. And they confirmed that Black Sky was the one that tried to take out Christian. Unless she notified them of where she was going to be and purposely didn't get on the ship. It's possible. They actually did try to get rid of her because she condemned... Presumably because she condemned Fred and the belt like before then. So this was retaliation for that. I like Diogo. I like Diogo. I like Diogo. I really liked Amos. I liked how when they were interrogating him, Holden is coming across kind of close to how I could envision myself talking to somebody. But when you would look at Amos, you could see that he's looking at the scientist differently. When he sees the scientist being segregated from everybody else and just lining up the screws, he like recognizes something about that. And I don't know, I didn't know what that was. Like, what is he looking at? The screws? Does he recognize the shape? Something like that. But I think he recognizes like, okay, you're a little messed up too. And when they're showing him above him staring down, you could tell that Holden is speaking to him, but Amos is looking at him. I don't know how else to explain that. Holden is saying words at the guy, but Amos is actually like looking at the guy. And Amos is the one who's able to connect with him. And I like that, you know, when she talks about the magnet and losing parts of his brain and him behaving a little differently, Amos. So is it reversible? I think that's a kind of nice little nudge for his character. Hey, so can you maybe get that stuff back? That'd be kind of cool. No? Okay. Shucks. I was trying to figure out why Miller was going to the Nauvoo. Like, what is he trying to get out of this? And then they show what they're trying to get out of it. Yeah, it feels like it took a hard left turn and like proto-molecule, boom, all of a sudden this gets added into the mix. Yeah, this is like a lot of new stuff gets added, and I'm surprised. I'm just surprised with this one. I'm very surprised with this one. Surprised with the new developments. I really like the character evolution that they did there. I like that Alex was really touched by that pod getting destroyed. That harkens back to episode 1, where the guy's like, did you even try? And then now he's just more and more committed to doing that. And I think it's, this one is very surprising. This one is very surprising, but I like it. This one is very surprising. And it feels like I just read the last page of the chapter and it dropped like a bomb-ass cliffhanger. And I got it. Okay, so what happens next? That's how I feel right now. All right, so what happens next? You can't end like that.